Welcome, I'm Jonathan Vennard, Associate Professor of Precision Machining here at Vincennes University. In this video, we'll learn how to set up tool lengths on the CNC mill. The purpose for this is to tell the machine the length of each tool and how much is sticking out of the spindle. Now first, we will have to set up our tool in the tool setup page. We'll give it the basic tool information such as its diameter. And then we will prompt a tool change to load it into the spindle. This is done by pressing the auto tool change button on our control, which will then prompt us to load the tool into the spindle. Now once loaded into the spindle, switch it to the auto tool so that then it will load into the carousel. Our machines are calibrated with what is known as a Z reference length. This calibrated length stored in the control is the negative distance from the spindle at its home position down to the machine table. We also have touch-off devices. We'll be using device number 3 today, which is the 3-inch side of the 1-2-3 block. With the device set, now we're ready for the 1-2-3 block and to move into position. We will hand jog the machine back in Y and over in X to a clear spot on the mill table. Our preference is to set our tools off of the mill table. Now some people like to set them off the top of their part or their fixturing device, which are also acceptable ways to set tool length. With the 1-2-3 block out of the way, we will lower the tool tip down in Z until it is below the top of the block. Careful not to make contact while moving down, as this could cause our carbide tooling to shatter. Now, we will begin moving back in the positive Z direction until the block slides under our tool with no interference. Once in position, I will back it down one more click and then go to the smallest increment on the control. So instead of moving 10 thousandths at a time, it will move 1/10 of a thousandth every click of the knob. Now I'll bring the block next to my tool again and raise up until it will slide under once more. Once it does, we hit store position and it stores that as a tool length. This value should represent the positive length of the tool projecting from the spindle. That is known as our absolute tool length. If you take a tape measure and measure from your spindle nose to the tip of your tool, that distance should equal the value that is stored. The machine has used the Z reference, our touch-off device, and the machine's Z position to establish this length. Having our tool length values correct on the mill is one of the most crucial setup details. If done incorrectly or ignored, you could encounter a crash, so always double check your tool lengths. That's how we set the tool length offsets on the CNC mill. To learn more, look for our other videos on CNC mill and lathe techniques.